All right, round two. Here we go. You guys want bigger biceps? Then follow this guide. Here we go. Cheat curls. All right, you guys are gonna hate me for this. I love them. I think they're one of the best ways to break through strength barriers, and they're one of the best ways to get the nastiest, juiciest possible pump in your biceps. I gotta make sure you don't hurt your back here. So make sure when you're lowering the weight, trying to catch it softly. Don't crank it back and forth too hard, and keep your back straight at all times. But strap up, put a helmet on, and be safe, kids. If we're going to give these bad boys a rating, we're going to give them 8 out of 10. But only if you're an OG and you've been in the gym for a while. If you're new to lifting, I would give it a -8 because you're probably going to end up in a hospital. And if you live in the United States, the hospital bills can be very expensive. If you live in Canada, you're going to spend 36 hours in the ER waiting for service. So tread lightly. All right, what do we got next? We got preacher curl out. Okay, buddy, watch. Please don't hit me in the head. All right, this exercise is, I would give it a solid, maybe 6 out of 10. I feel like preacher benches are very difficult to get correct positioning. So oftentimes I just don't feel it on my biceps enough. On the plus side, when you're resting in between sets, you look absolutely monstrous because you're pressing your arms against the bench and they look twice as big as they normally would. Now, normal gym goers would not notice this. However, us OGs understand this. So, if you know, you know. And we got single arm dumbbell curl on the preacher bench. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Everybody knows that if you space out your armpit, you can get more leverage out of it, and it's very easy to cheat with this exercise. One thing you'll notice I'm doing though is I'm using 2 fingers on my bicep. That's called kinesthetic cueing. So oftentimes when we need to focus on using a specific muscle, it helps to put some touch on it. So that's why you'll see personal trainers sometimes touching their clients on the muscles they want them to focus on. It just helps you make a mind to muscle connection better. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm not giving the peace sign. I'm not checking for my pulse. I'm just trying to use my bicep a little bit more. So that's that. Alright, and sometimes the trick is just to do the exact same exercise on a different machine, and it'll feel all the world of a difference. So here I'm doing preacher curls on the bicep curl machine, but it's a cable machine, and the nice thing about this bench is it's a lot thinner, so that means it can get up closer into my armpit, and that actually gives you a lot more stability in your arms while you're training, so you can get a much better pumpy pump. The nice thing about the cables too is they let your wrists rotate. Naturally, your wrists pronate and supinate, and they'll rotate outwards as you come up through the lift. So this kind of allows you to do so, and there's no extra unnecessary tension. Feels great. You get a super duper pump, and you're on your way out of the gym with nice 25-inch arms. So